So thank you for being here today and answering our questions.
Of
So
course, it's my pleasure.
yeah. So can you tell us a little bit about FortKnoxster and what the company is going to do?
Yeah, Fort Knoxter is, as you know, is an end-to-end encryption system, leveraging on the blockchain technology to establish a secure communication between users, and we do that with chat, call, video call, screen share, uh, storage, and we got a few other features coming up in the future as well.
Hmm.
And the main thing is that we try to create a secure and private environment and communication between its users.
Right. And you are partners with Amazix and Foxtel. Who else are you trying to be partners with?
We have many partners in the background, which called Amazix is probably the one you know through the Telegram channels. But we're working with marketing companies in Holland, New York, Italy. We got some technical people from Venezuela. We got, I think we are active in 5, 6 different countries, and everyone helps and contributes to get a fast enlisting on the exchanges, of course, what everyone is waiting for. And of course, we are planning a roadmap till the end of this year, and we got 2 or 3 updates coming up. So it's all hands on deck on more countries than one.
So it's actually a global thing. You're trying to reach
It's
everyone
definitely
out.
it's definitely a global thing. The inventor and the partners, they came originally from Denmark. As you might heard with my really bad accent, I come from Holland. I was a couple of years in Japan.
Right.
We got there a lot of contacts as well. We travel around the world with our road shows. We have advisors from now I think more than 5, 6 different countries. So it's like the project. It got a lot of international flavor. It is scalable. We need a worldwide approach for this. So yeah, it's definitely something. How can I say? With a lot of input of different cultures and knowledge
Yeah.
and experience.
Yeah, because I'm also I was raised in Holland as well, so
Sorry?
I was raised in Holland as well. In when I was
You speak Dutch as well?
yes, of course.
Ah, so for me it was more easier to talk in Dutch, but for the audience we keep it English.
Yes.
But yeah.
Yes, indeed. We have to keep it English because
Yeah,
our
yeah,
contributors
yeah.
are all over the world. So,
Yeah.
is there enough resource and capital to increase the growth rate?
Yeah. Good question, of course, because it's something on the long term. Now, if you see that we have a roadmap till the end of the year, and we even got plans, marketing-wise, growth-wise, also for 2019. You need to have a little bit of money to keep everything rolling. Considering the burn rate, considering the ICO, it was really successful. Yeah, we got the right resources, and as you know, we are coming from Denmark, and you know as well, Dutch people. We will not spend any more what's necessary, but we will also not be cheap. No, everything costs money. The Holland. I think I don't have to say anymore. But
Yeah.
we are all businessmen, like 4 or 5 that is in the board. We do it more for 15 to 20 years, each of us.
Mhm.
We have been successful in earlier projects. We sold some businesses, so definitely there are some resources, but we will make sure that we allocate those resources in the right way. Because of course, no, like yourself, a lot of resources is how can I say, invested by ambassadors, people who bought tokens. So we have also a great responsibility towards them to not spend money on the wrong ways.
Right. So you talked about the tokens, the FortKnoxster tokens. Why is the FortKnoxster token so important to your ecosystem?
Well, as you might know, it's a good question. No, we have an encryption peer-to-peer with call, chat, video, and we have a free demo version now, and the real version comes up rather quickly. I cannot tell your exact date, but it will be soon, I think. But also we offer some extra premium services like storage, for example, and for that you need the tokens, and there are some other I'm also sometimes doubting to not tell you too much, but I am also
Right.
excited about the services. So I'm thinking really well what I can say and not. But we have, besides the storages, we have some other services, and definitely you need the tokens for that. So it will be a healthy ecosystem for that as well.
Right. Yeah, because we have a lot of viewers out there who might not know anything about FortKnoxster and about the blockchain. Let's just assume that they don't know anything. Can you tell us a little bit more why FortKnoxster chose to be, depend from the blockchain, and that why this is important that you decided to go do it with the blockchain and with.
The blockchain, as you know, it gives you some kind of security. Security is not the same as privacy, because although some people think like that, you're not anonymous, of course. But when you make a contract from one to another, I try to explain it in a simple way. You need to be sure that your keys are secured. So if you make a connection with the other one and you validate that the person you talk to is exactly the person you want to talk to, those keys has to be encrypted. And for that, we're going to try do it in a nice way through the blockchain.
Okay.
Did I explain myself well?
That was pretty well, yeah.
Okay, yeah. There are sometimes even for everyone,
Right.
I try to explain well, but it's not like everything goes to the blockchain. That's not the case. It's more like if you make a connection and the keys, those are in the blockchain as well.
Right.
It's not everything. For example, not the chat. Not everything goes to the blockchain, because the blockchain also sometimes makes things slow. And if you want to have a decent conversation and a quick establishment of connection, the blockchain is not ideal for that.
And how will FortKnoxster approach companies and businesses with the GDPR law that is upcoming?
So we built around that law. We built 4 or 5 different services. We combined it in one package, and that eventually became FortKnoxster. So we will have a marketing team. We have a call center behind us that will actually do some business stuff, small businesses. So we have that covered as well. It's definitely a big issue for us as well.
Yeah. And has FortKnoxster plans to go public in the future?
To be honest, I'm not in a position now to say so, because normally you go public if you want to raise money, and we have enough for the coming years, I think. Also, the founders, if there's a shortage of money, what I cannot imagine, they will be self-sufficient to fix that as well. So for now, I will say no, we don't have any plans for now, and it's the truth that we don't go public.
Right, and because it's gonna be a global thing, it's gonna be a massive thing. People gonna be talking about this stuff. So basically, it will also create employment for people all over the world when it's becoming a big thing. And
it's true.
Yeah, and let's talk about regarding the price. Will the price using the product differ for each country? Because for instance, let's say we have a lot of Chinese investors and investors from Indonesia. Say, let's say if we say like the product will cost 50 euros for Denmark, 50 euros for Germany, you cannot say 50 euros for China and Indonesia. They would say let's say 20 euros or 15 euros. So is there anything regarding this price issue?
No, we don't have plans to do, like it's called, price discrimination, because everything will be paid by tokens. So the token will be worth for everyone the same. I can imagine, but there's no ideas. It's just off the top of the head now that maybe in some countries some extra additional services will be required or will be asked, and then you see that there's a local demand for something. But that's just speculating. But to answer your question shortly, we will do everything with the token, and the price for now will be for everyone the same.
Okay, so it's really the tokens. It will be the the product will be really working on the tokens. So it's decentralized. You don't have power on secondary markets. So it's really the blockchain that is deciding the price. Okay.
Exactly. It's a decentralized platform.
Right.
But we have our service in several places all over the world, so we are pretty secure in that case as well.
Right. And there are some earning plans for the contributors. What are they?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. We have some loyalty referral programs coming up. Now, when we get listed shortly on the exchanges, and then we are working to the next big step, and that's the release of the first edition. And then also we got a really pretty massive loyalty and referral system coming up because yeah, we need those users in, we need those installs in, we need quality installs. We need people to buy, for example, storage. So there will be an whole ecosystem, and we really believe that the best way to get quality installs, how I call it, is by people telling other people like, hey, this is something awesome. You need to use this, and by vouching for us and by advising our services, I think it's only fair that they get a compensation
Yes.
in a few tokens here and
Yeah.
there.
If you do something good, you get rewarded for it. Because because what the FortKnoxster is, my favorite thing about FortKnoxster, what attracts me the most, my personal opinion, is that FortKnoxster makes it easy for people to mine their tokens. Because you don't need expensive GPUs, CPUs. You can basically just, if you have some spare storage, you can just lend it to FortKnoxster and you can get your tokens by it. And a lot of people, they don't know anything about CPUs, expensive GPUs, so they can basically just make an download the app and put their ARC20 tokens wallet, and they can mint it. It's really easy that FortKnoxster makes for those contributors. And to say, like, if they paid for their laptops, or they can gain their money back. And this is what FortKnoxster makes it so easy, and this is why this is my favorite. Even I might be minting some tokens in the future.
Me as well.
Yeah.
No, but we had some conversation before, and I noticed that you are, besides a contributor, you really get deep into the material, and it's true. Some people talk about this, and like I said, you're not the only one who thinks about the
Right.
mining or / referral systems. And we need that. We think it's a good way to get those quality
Right.
users.
It's the new technology. We have to make use of it. And regarding the cyber attacks, let's talk about the cyber attacks, because this is a massive thing. This is a serious issue.
Yeah.
When it comes down to privacy. Companies are getting more and more hijacked, and it's quite embarrassing for them as well. Their customers are gonna be disappointed with them, and this has to be stopped. And FortKnoxster is providing this opportunity for businesses to come down and say, listen, we want a secure storage. Our files are getting stolen, and not only confidential files. I'm talking also about billions of dollars a year, and FortKnoxster is there for them. And
Thank
this
you.
is
No, we have an inside joke at headquarters. We say there's only two types of companies now. One that know and realize that they get hacked, and the other one, they don't know and don't realize that they get hacked. So anyway, we are not safe anymore, and I don't want to put the fear factor in, but I know the last couple of months we have been traveling all around the world. We talk to people, and even the biggest names you don't have. You see day by day in the news, they got really serious security problems. So we're happy to
help
offer the
out,
services,
yeah.
and definitely, like what I said before in the beginning of this interview, this is a consumer version, but we're definitely looking to some small business or business to business version as well.
Because when I go through the white paper of FortKnoxster, I found out some really important information. Just if I can remember, and if I'm not wrong, I quote. It says that according to Juniper Research, the forecast for 2019 is around $3 trillion worth, of dollars that's getting hijacked from companies. And we can turn to these companies and say, listen, we have an opportunity, and especially with the upcoming GDPR law, this is a huge thing. And
Yeah. What we read in the papers, and that's what's the inside joke at our office. What we read in the papers, that is damages that are discovered, or that they realize that they've been hacked. But I think the damage of how how can you say that nicely? No, the big risk that we run is of people that enters your computer and goes out really slowly and checking everything, but
Yes.
you don't even realize that they were in the computers and in your system. That's what I'm worried about. No, that they come in your house,
Yes.
they check everything,
And
they
you
go,
don't even realize.
they see your clothes, they see your personal stuff, they see your family photos, and they go out again without you notice. That's for me
True.
really scary.
Yeah. And this is why it's decentralized on, regarding the blockchain and using this new technology, which is a huge thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. There is one last question, which we've all been waiting for, and I'm sure you know what it is, but I'll ask it anyways. Which exchanges will FortKnoxster be listed on?
You know what? I'm a marketing guy, and I know if I put the dates in, I will score humongous. But I have to be sure. No, I have to sign this kind of papers to keep my mouth shut. I also have to tell you honestly, the last weekend and days before, I'm constantly with the different exchanges, and it's a wild west out there. No,
It is.
once you have things signed, they change the conditions. Then you have to pay. Then they changed it again, but we see it in a bigger picture. No, we don't mind to spend money if it's for a good cause. But let me tell you this: how can I say discreetly? What is in the last Medium post that it will be around 15 March? I still put my money on that.
Yes. Let's hope for the best. I'm pretty confident that the team will do a great job. I trust them because I contributed also myself in this company, and I trust the company, and I'm sure they will do a great job.
Thank you so much for your trust and your patience and for your contributions. It is really appreciated.
Yes,
and,
it is my pleasure.
We will see each other in the future for sure.
Yes, for sure. Thank you so much for having me here today. And
thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, because I really appreciate your time. I'm really sure you're pretty busy with the team. Getting everything ready.
Yeah, of course. No, like I say, no exchange. It goes a lot of hours in the growth market plan. We have different systems that we have to connect. No, SDKs have to be installed. The marketing plan in 3 different countries. You will be surprised what the second popular country is of FortKnoxster.
Which one is that?
We just mentioned in the beginning of the interview.
Holland. That's awesome. So we'll be paying some visit there as well.
Yeah, no, we're working hard for it, but I really also want to thank you again because I think it's important that we show that we are not only behind the scenes, and normally after an ICO, all the founders and many other parties are busy, but sometimes we give maybe the impression that we don't care or something because we don't always on the social media, and I understand it because I used to be investing in ICOs myself as well. So I hope that I always reach out at least 1 hour and a half a day on Telegram, and now maybe with your video as well, they see the real people behind the real project, and the future looks bright.
It looks bright. Yeah, thank you so much. All right.
Thank you again.
I'll have a nice evening. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.